Yeah, man. I'm selling plays right now.
Yeah,
Investing.
man.
While we're talking, I'm
You
sitting
know,
here
you
buying.
you actually you have been forced to learn to do things the right way, and I can appreciate that because I never did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so now you actually,
yeah.
what you were just saying to me off air, we talking about investing in the stock market right now, and the way
Mm-hmm.
that you got to move in the stock market these days. And back in the days of yesteryear, in the past 5 years ago, you could just throw some money at some different stuff, and it would make you some money. You can get in and get out, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But now it's just
Yeah,
like you have to be very careful about entering certain
yeah.
sectors, like you were just saying. And that's what make the most sense at this point in time, which is why I'm so hesitant to jump back in like in these short-term plays, because it's
But
like
like that,
I
but you
ain't
got to
been
get into
studying.
something. You got to get into something. Like I always remember hearing like anybody who was into like stocks and saying you can't spread your money too thin across the board. You need to have like maybe 5 things that you're like heavily invested in. But the way things were 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I literally had my money spread across the table. I got my hands like a little bit like any one of these gonna pop at some point. And then every now and then this one to pop, boom, I go ahead and sell that one. This one to pop, go ahead and sell that one, reinvest into. But I had my stuff spread across the board. I had like I ain't gonna about 60 assets. 60
Yeah,
different
yeah,
assets.
yeah.
A little
You
nickel and
go
dime here, a little
crazy.
nickel here, a little dime over here, a little dollar over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A quarter over here. But I had like 60 different assets. And I've been slowly trickling them down and getting rid of some, taking them negatives, taking them. I'm in the red. All right, this is about as far as this thing's gonna go. I'm gonna sell it for a negative. It's fine. Sell it for a loss. It's okay. But I've been getting my portfolio smaller. I've been shrinking it up, shrinking that bad boy.
Yeah. So now you investing like a grown man.
No, for real, yo. I was investing like a juvenile before. And I was making money though, but it's like, hey,
Hey,
we throw some here. But now
them
it's
were the
like, all right,
days though. You could do that. You
you could
know,
do
I,
that
I
back then.
wasn't quite as reckless and lawless as you were out there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have
Oh,
60, you know what I'm saying? But
mm-hmm.
I did. I probably was in the teens, you know what I'm saying? But you was out there going crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can hit my portfolio page, just hit the scroll and just asset. But like little
Mhm.
nickel and dime here and there. But every now and then you get a pop for like a couple hundred. You be like, all right, I'm in there,
Yeah.
I'm good. See, my philosophy is working. It works until it didn't. Until the market crashed and all your 60 assets and you see nothing but red straight down your portfolio. You got 60
Scrolling
assets, it's
red.
all red, nothing but red. Like, yo, okay, this is not the right way. So I
And
learned. I learned.
that's the stuff the OGs was telling you though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, don't invest that way. It's not smart.
Yeah.
Narrow it down.
Narrow it
Focus.
down. Pick you about 5 plays. Get in them. Make a pop. Sell that one. Get into another one. But keep capping at like 5. I ain't want to hear that back then. I'm like
Yeah.
everything going there. Everything going green. Give me everything. I want money on everything. You
Right,
can't
right,
bet the
right.
whole roulette table. You can't bet the whole roulette table. Can't
Nah,
do it.
that ain't the way to hustle, to gamble, or to invest. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's right, Ray. Full grown men. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, we grown.
It's safe
We
to say
grown.
that over here. You know,
Unks.
it ain't always safe to say that everywhere you go in the world, but it's safe. This is a safe haven to say the word full
Yeah.
grown men.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm fully into my grown man era. You know what? I mean, we gonna get into some rants a little bit later on, but this is kind of like spearheaded this whole like
Oh, you ran some people out when I said grown men.
like, oh, he's honest. We don't need to be here. Where the YNs at? Where Big Bro at?
Yeah,
Where Big Bro at?
where
But
the
nah, but
boys
hey,
at?
somebody had called me Unc earlier, and it was one of my my students in my class. They like late teens, early 20s. They called me Unc. Like, nah, man, I ain't Unc. I ain't Unc, man. I'm practically grandpa right now. That's how I feel. Like
Yeah.
I'm fully embracing the Unc to even extending it past that. Like, nah, man, I can play a higher role than Unc. I'm so grown manish right now. You know what I mean? Like I ain't running from it.
You know what's interesting
I
about
ain't
that
running from it
though?
at all.
I seen something, and I don't care too much for what they post on memes and stuff, but I saw an interesting meme. They said that men today, our age group
Mhm.
men are a lot more tired than of yesteryear. And they
You
were
think
just
so?
saying, Well, it's different. They were saying that we're different than what that generation was. That generation was provide, go get the money, work hard, money, bring it home, let the wife take care of the bills, and she cook the food. You just kick your
Yeah,
feet up, relax. You ain't involved with the families. But
yeah.
dad today is a lot more involved in what's going on in the household, whether cooking himself,
I
whether
can agree
cleaning
with that.
himself,
I can agree
helping
with
his
that.
wife get through whatever she going through in her day to day. Meanwhile, trying to work through his issues in life, where back in the day you hid those issues and kept pushing through.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But yeah, as the household strives to become more balanced, as women actually do more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's asking the men to do
responsibility.
more too. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So now we're taking on things more so, or more than what we used to innately, naturally take on. You know what I
right.
mean? Which is bogging us down a little bit too. You know, for the real ones that actually do step up and do their thing.
Yeah, it's a bunch of real ones stepping up though.
You got a question said, "Have you ever watched the new Michael Jackson movie?" We talked about that a couple episodes ago, and the answer for
Yeah,
me still is no. I ain't seen it yet. Ain't
I
seen it
still
yet.
ain't going back to watch it.
I don't need to watch
But
the movie. I lived it. I lived it.
I did live it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but look,
We lived the
I'm.
MJ
This is what
era.
we talked about on the show last time. I was kind of torn with the idea of like, if the family's not in full support of the movie, maybe we should not be supporting it. But at the end of the day, I do want to watch it, so I will watch it. But I have not watched it yet. You know.
Yeah, you gonna bootleg it?
But I hope I heard it was wildly successful, and I'm happy to
Yeah,
hear. You know
no.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It
Like,
was, it
it
was a
just
it was a big to
contributes to
do.
Mike's legend.
I don't know. I still just ain't been compelled to go watch it. I still haven't been compelled to go watch it. I've been sitting back, seeing the reviews, seeing the rave reviews, people coming back and saying, "Yo, you got to see it. You got to see it." I'm just like, nah. You know, I'm kind of steering away from the biopic type of deal. Those things. I don't feel like the story's being told 100% anyway. So
Well, we getting
it's
into
all.
biopics that we that's familiar territory to us, man. You know,
Mhm.
back in the day, the biopics were
Good
Muhammad
point.
Ali, and we didn't grow
Ray
up through
Charles.
Muhammad
I didn't.
Ali.
I didn't. I didn't. I
Ray
didn't live Ray
Charles, we didn't
Charles
grow up
there.
through that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now we
So
at a
yeah,
stage of
you know what? You got a good point. As our more current or people that we grew up with, or even our during our around our same age, you know what I'm saying? They start releasing these biopics that we already live. It's just it don't hit the same as going back
it's a
into
little
Sam
different.
Cooke's era, who we didn't live
Yeah,
Sam Cooke. We didn't
yeah,
live not Lionel Richie. What's it? Lil Richie, Lil Richard. We ain't live that era. So
yeah,
to see that is for us to fantasize about and relive that particular time frame. But we lived the 80s and 90s. We lived that. So
yeah. We
it's a little
lived
different.
NWA. You know what I'm saying? We lived those. We lived Tupac.
Mhm.
We lived Biggie. You know, so when you give those, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can give us a little more insight, you know what I'm saying, maybe into their mindset, which we
We
did
just don't
not
hit the same.
know. But
Mhm.
the general story, we understand that, you know.
Mhm.
So uh
Amaya
real quick,
Ortega said, why are we smoking? Why are we smoking?
oh, why y'all smoking, man? I
Now
thought
what?
Maya said, what y'all smoking? I was
Oh,
got to
we
give
we
her the
we gonna
goods,
get to
but
the
never
what?
mind,
Yeah.
Maya, man. We smoking because this is how we wind down and relax and enjoy life.
Yeah. Cigars,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Ray Emma said, or Ray whoever, Ray Esma, my old man
Full
eyes
grown
ain't
man.
working. Full grown man by the way of Maya, you know what I'm saying? Cigars, no cigarettes, no drugs, nothing like that. Just
Just good
the
old clean
finest
tobacco.
tobacco leaves that
Yeah, the finest tobacco leaves
a Latin
from from
country can
from
provide you with.
from uh from Honduras. From Honduras.
Yeah, Honduras and Dominican Republic and all those beautiful nations. Hey,
Nicaragua.
look, man, I do want to say something back to this Michael Jackson thing, though.
Mhm.
I want to go ahead and jump into a rant. So I've had some friends that's been sending me some stuff on all the records Drake is breaking that belong to
Mhm.
Michael Jackson. And I did not know there was a segment of population that is saying that Drake is bigger than Michael Jackson now because he's breaking some of Michael's records. That
Absolutely not.
I didn't even think that would come up as a
No,
topic of conversation. It's like I lived both, and he's
it's
nowhere
not the
close to the
nowhere,
size of a Michael
not
Jackson.
even in the same stratosphere. Drake and Michael Jackson don't need to be in the same conversation. We shouldn't even be talking about Drake and Michael Jackson in this podcast right now. They should not be brought up in the same conversation. That's two separately different conversations. You know what I'm saying? And Drake got a following. He got some fanfare. You know what I'm saying? Guys and girls alike. but ain't nobody Michael Jackson. Drake ain't Michael Jackson. Chris Brown, as big as Chris Brown is, he ain't no Michael Jackson. He ain't no Michael Jackson. You know, as a matter of fact, like people have talked about that, like who's more talented, Chris Brown or Michael Jackson? And you might say that Chris Brown overall is probably more talented than Michael Jackson because he can paint, draw, dance, sing, all of his
Play
performances are
sports,
phenomenal.
athletic as hell. You know,
Yeah. So I'll buy that, but the play value is not the same. And I know this even from the younger generation and how they respond to both, right? So I play music in my classroom a lot. If I play some Chris Brown in my classroom, and this is talking about the ages of 18 to 30, I get little to no reaction when I play Chris Brown. I'll drop some Michael Jackson, like, oh, that's that jam. They get a bigger reaction. This is 18 to 30.
Popping for
I get a bigger reaction playing some Mike versus playing some Chris Brown. It ain't even close. Drake ain't even close. I'm sorry, it ain't. I do get a big reaction.
There are no Michael Jacksons in the world. There are none. Hey, I don't care if you go to from Beyonce to Taylor Swift to Bad Bunny. There are no Michael Jacksons. I don't care how big a star you think they are in this streaming era. And that's the thing about it, right? Drake is breaking Michael's records in the streaming era because this streaming era is calculating the numbers different. You hit a certain amount of streams, they give you credit for certain things. So he's getting credit for it, but it don't hit like when Mike was doing it. When Mike was selling 1 million albums a week, people were having to get up out their house, go to the car, fill it up with gas, and drive to the nearest record store, which was probably across town, and go buy it on vinyl.
And they were waiting outside and wait for it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody waiting for Drake's album. If they had to go buy Drake's album in physical copies, you think there'd be a long line?
No. I think they said it was like it totaled 13,000 physical copies or something like that once you put them all together.
Not even close. And I hate records in this era, in the 2020s. Records in the 2020s versus numbers and records in the 80s and 90s and even further beyond. They're just not the same metrics. It's not the same metrics. Whether you're talking sports or you're talking about music and streaming numbers, television, you know what I'm saying? Netflix versus a show coming on NBC and how the Cosby Show used to get numbers on NBC or CBS or whatever network they were on.
When the show's not bigger than the Cosby Show. Whatever show you name, it's not bigger than the Cosby Show.
You shut everything you're doing down to sit down and watch the TV show. So when the Nelson ratings came out and they were saying we got 6 million households watching the show, it means 6 million households sat down at the same time at 8 o'clock at night and watched your TV show. It's not the same as streaming on Netflix. It's not the same. It's not the same as pressing a button and streaming, and then you might or inadvertently streaming. I'll be streaming some Drake stuff that I don't even want to be listening to. It just come on while I'm running, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just let it run. I wasn't trying to listen to it. I just happened to listen to it.
Just next on the list
came on. I just happened to listen to 21 Savage. I wasn't trying to listen to 21 Savage. It just came on. But guess what? 21 Savage got a credit for a stream from me. I didn't go 21 Savage. Let me play this album. It just came on randomly on a playlist.
Yeah. A lot of people eating off playlists, and even on Netflix, I've hit the button to cut the app on, walked off, and a show's playing. I'm like, what the heck is this show? They probably got credit for a stream. I didn't want you to auto play it. You know what I'm saying? They go right into the preview, then they go right into playing it for you if you don't get off of it quick enough. So, and now it's in my continue watching, and I never watched it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm tired of being the dude that keeps saying everything old was better. So the only way I can get out of doing this is for me to really stop comparing the two. So I'm officially going to stop trying to compare eras. I'm just going to compare you against your own era from now on. I have to, because
I don't know if I'm capable. I don't think I'm capable of doing it. I would love to say I'm gonna do that, but I can't. I don't think I can.
It's my intention.
I just know a better time. I just know a better time where things made sense. Not saying better time in just in a time of things just being better versus then versus now, because there's a lot of things that are better now than back then, but things made more sense back then than they do now.
Yeah, man.
Katrina Britt.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon to
Katrina.
you.
But look, but I say that to the fact that you say the measuring metrics are different for things now than what it was then. And that's why I look at it that way. I watched a video today of Nick Young, Swaggy Pete, Nick Young, and Brandon
Yeah.
Jennings say that the 90s was trash and all they did was play back to the basket and Mike ain't had no competition. He played John Starks. And I was like, Nick Young, do you not know John Starks is better than you? You're not better than John Starks. How dare you talk bad on John
Long
Starks?
shot.
You're not better than him. And
Yeah.
maybe John Starks ain't as good as Brandon Jennings was because Brandon Jennings was the star of a team and John was a six man. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. There's a guy named Mitch Young, nobody today has ever heard of, that was way better than Brandon Jennings would ever be. And I tell you this, Brandon Jennings wouldn't have a place on the team in the 90s because he's an undersized point guard who's a scorer and doesn't play traditionally as a point guard. So you wouldn't even had a spot on a roster at that time. But for that reason, I have to be like, you know what? I can't compare eras in anything anymore.
Yeah.
Not in sports, not in music, not nothing, because it's different. I seen somebody responded to a meme. Somebody posted a meme, right? And they said they had a picture of what's the white dude with the fro, the calm painter dude.
Oh, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross painting a picture. Then they had a picture beneath it of a robot painting the same picture, and they were basically saying, they said, "Look at the hypocrisy of humans." And somebody responded, because they were basically saying if AI gave you the same picture, you would dismiss it, but it's so great when he does it. Yeah. And somebody responded, if I can't give you the same credit for driving 26 miles in your car to a destination as I give the person that ran 26 miles to it. And it's just that. It's like things are easier today across the board and everything. So it's hard for you to be greater than somebody that did things the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And for that reason, I have to stop comparing y'all because y'all never gonna pass these dudes that did it the hard way. Floyd Mayweather can't be greater than Muhammad Ali because Muhammad Ali had to stand up against racists and he had to go fight for his people. You just can't be greater than that guy. Even if you won all your fights, you're not greater than him. He did more. It was harder.
Yeah.
He could have got hung for losing a fight, for winning a fight he wasn't supposed to win. Death threats if you win this fight. They go fight it. Jack Johnson had to go fight threats in the crowd. It's a crowd full of white people wanting to kill him if he beat this white dude. He did it anyway. You're great.
Think about how we make music now. Some of our music can be a whole lot more intricate and a lot grander than Mozart and Beethoven was able to compose back in the day. But look at what we have available to us. Just the fact that we can record it and play it back, and then figure out how to perfect what we recorded, and then all right, let's fix this note, let's transcribe this, let's do this, let's do that, based on just having to do it and no recording devices in order to get it down. Just what you played, memorizing what you played, perfecting what you played, and then writing out the notes. That's it.
Writing out the notes. Most people can't even read it.
Dun, 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 dun. That took some intricacy. That's simple to us now. So simple to us now. But back then, to come up with that and then to memorize that, and then to write it out without having that recollection of hearing what you're playing, and then also with not as much data around. Like we create these things off the data.
Tuning your own piano. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even talking about that. You got to go in there and tune it, and your tuning don't sound like the other person's tuning, but you're going off of ear because there's no device to say you're actually at C. I think it sounds like middle C.
Yeah. I can't pull up my guitar tuner on my phone and go ding. No, that ain't it. Let me tweak that. Ding. No, okay, almost there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just had to do it. Just had to do it. And just
no tuner. Ear.
That's it. It might be a more simpler product. Here, I seen some. I'm muted. Can you hear me?
No, you good now. You good now.
Okay. I even remember seeing a video. It might have been on TikTok of Michael Jordan doing his moves over and under the basket, and like, man, everybody does that. Doing that, anybody could do those moves. But when you have very little data on what to do, and you're doing it for like one of the people to do it for the first time, you create something. So it's easy to replicate something that you've seen done versus coming up with something in that moment of how to do something. Two totally different worlds. Two totally different worlds.
Right. Where's the new move that didn't stem from something from a previous era? Show me that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be impressed. But everything you're doing is just adding another layer. You're taking and remixing other people's stuff and taking pride in it.
There are new moves that they come out with, but they're illegal.
But they're illegal.
They're illegal. It is traveling and skirting around the rules, a gather step to the gather step, and you're doing this and doing that. Oh, yo, I came up with this new move, hot off the press, and nobody ever did
It's not even new moves, OD, because get this. They're doing combos like video games now. It's not new moves. It's just combos. You're just combining 3 moves together and calling it a new move. But it's all 3 little individual moves that people back in the day, you figured it out on the fly. You didn't run drills on these 3 moves combined together like it's guaranteed to work. If the defender gave you this, you adapted to it. And as soon as you got an opening, you took your shot or you did whatever you need to do. Now it's just like these players now are going to finish the combo regardless if they beat them on the first move or not. Like they're going to finish it. Like video games.
A, B, B, backspace, back or back, up, down, back. And then you just see them just going through this program of, all right, dribble this, do this, go this way, go that way, and then try to throw something up. And it's all off balance into traffic. It's like just programmed to do a move that you kind of combo together. That's how the game looks, honestly.
Yeah, it is. That's how the game looks. Because they run these drills over and over and over. And this is the way we're supposed to do it in the drill. And you finished on the move on this. What happened to the first move worked? I'm going by. What happened to that? Yeah. Like they don't respect efficiency no more. It's just like, oh, he got a bag. Look at all those moves he put together. And they call it a bag. Him 3 times.
They call it a bag. I can't remember who said it. But like somebody said MJ ain't got no bag. They said Kobe ain't had no bag. Because they didn't need a bag. If they got it, it's a bag, but the first move worked. I don't need to do 3 or 4 or 5 dribble moves if the first move worked. So it's not gonna look like I have a bag because my first trick in my bag, it worked. I got what I needed. Bucket. That's it.
That was always the goal. I'm around them now. Let me go. I got space. Let me do what I need to do now. Let me try to score off the space. It ain't a matter of keep remixing it and keep going back. That's low IQ. When you don't realize you got them beat and you just keep playing with your food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's low IQ. It's pointless. It's a waste of energy. It's ridiculous, man. Like, so I have to stop comparing the two, man. Like you guys can't be greater than what was done the hard way because it's easier for you. So I'll compare you against other people that got it the easy way. And which one of y'all are the best at doing it the easy way? You know what I'm saying?
In the easy era.
Yeah, whatever is the best at that. You know what I'm saying? So anybody after the 10s, I can't compare y'all to the past. I'll compare everybody in the past against each other up into the 10s.
Yeah. 10s and up, all you doing, you're balancing off themselves. In music, your streams, who's streaming what, whatever. How can you get yourself better into the algorithm? That's all it is.
Yeah, in music, maybe I'll go up into the 20s because you still could go buy a physical album in the 10s about halfway 13, through the decade.
14, yeah. I think 15 was probably the last time I was able to get a physical copy that I can remember.
Yeah, I'd say about halfway through the decade, 15, maybe 16 at the most. You know what I'm saying? But
you might have seen a few in Best Buy that you can still pick up. A couple in Target, you know what I mean? Yeah. But speaking of like,
and even then you was doing it because you wanted to by that point because you should have had your extra SD card by them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. But hey, look, before we go on, we got some. I got a whole lot more in my pocket to rant about. But let's talk about these cigars for a second. Let's give a pause to give the cigars a little bit of shine. We've been smoking for about 30 minutes now. Let's talk about what we got. What we smoking today?
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I got the Alec Bradley. I went Alec Bradley on him.
There you go.
You know how we feel about Alec Bradley. If you've been around for a while since the genesis of where we began in cigars in this podcast, Alec Bradley, we just wanted to see something from you because you was one of those names back in the day when we first got started smoking cigars that kept us coming back and hanging our hat on. This is what cigars are. So I came across this one. I was in Cigars International today, and I saw the 30 years of Alec Bradley. 30 years. And I'm a sucker for an anniversary stick. I'm a sucker for a year of. So I had to grab Alec Bradley and see what the 30 year cigar is gonna smoke like. We're talking about from 96 to 2026. So this is what we got today. Alec Bradley, 30 years. So let me give you a
Mhm.
quick snapshot of his profile. We got a rapper from Honduras, origin Honduras, binder Honduran and Nicaraguan, filler Honduran and Nicaraguan. And we talked last week that Honduras is coming up on the go-to spot for the tobacco leaves. So Alec Bradley
Yeah.
said, you know what? Let's get some Esteli and Nicaraguan. Let's get some Honduran. And let's put it together and see what we can come up with for 30 years. And so far, so good, man. So far, pretty darn good.
See, you seen the results of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, shoot. For me, I have a Arturo Fuente. Where's the name of it? Grand Reserva Flor Fina, the 858.
Okay,
858.
4 Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So, and I actually saw what this meant. Let me see real quick. Can I find out what this 858 meant again, real quick? It says Arturo Fuente, who passed away at the age of 85. His son, Carlos Fuente Sr., chose the number 858 because they are visually symmetrical, symbolizing the enduring legacy of his father's influence and the family's devotion
Okay.
to his memory. So this one
Cool.
is in honor of the old man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what color is that leaf? That rapper leaf? Is that like
Good
a
eye. Good eye,
greenish?
my boy. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is that is very greenish. Looks like an Optimo. For those who used to smoke weed with those back in the day, it was green.
Out the moles, all the nose.
Yeah, it's greenish. So let's get the specs on what this is. This is a Candela wrapper with the green look to it. Where is it? Where
Okay.
is it at, man? Uh, Everything's Dominican actually, except the binder, the filler is Dominican, and the
Okay.
origin is Dominican, but it's got that Claro Candela wrapper, which is from Ecuador. It gives it this green look. So
All right.
I
So
fully expected to hate this going into it because I'm like, green wrapper is probably gonna have like a very earthy,
yeah.
a lot of the earthy, grassy type things going on. Uh,
Yeah.
and I hadn't picked up on that as of yet personally, so I'm cool.
It don't taste like you smoking the matcha.
That's what I was thinking, like green tea or matcha. I'm like, man, it's gonna taste like matcha or something weird. Like, uh, I haven't started focusing on it because we've been renting so hard to pick up on what specifically I'm picking up on, but it's not giving me like no nasty flavor. So
Grass to
even if
taste.
it is
Yeah.
green tea, I ain't recognized it to be a bad taste yet. So it's been
Okay.
smooth.
Okay. Bet. All right, man. Let's keep smoking these cigars and let's keep on ranting because I got something that's been grinding my gears. Not something that's been grinding my gears, but it grinds my gears when you think about it. So I messed up my insurance, my car insurance, and I was on auto pay for a while with my old car auto insurance. Switched over to another auto insurance because my auto insurance was just getting too high. It's getting way too
Right.
high. Like I was starting out paying like maybe like 170 for 2 cars, and then they slowly creeped me up to about 220. Then after a while, it was 280. I was like, all right, cool, it's whatever. Not tripping on that. And before I knew it, was like 350. I'm like, what's going on here? Keep rocking with it.
Whoa.
It gets worse. They jumped me up to about almost $500 on my next policy renewal. I saw that. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It
Weren't you
went from
dealing with an
170.
online company?
I was for a good
You almost
long
sold
time.
me on
Maybe,
that too.
yeah, and it was wonderful for the first. I had it since I was in Georgia, so we're talking about at least 6 years now. At least
Yeah.
6 years, and they were great for a while. But it's like you blink, a couple of car renewals, 6 years in, and instead of giving me a better rate after 6 years, how do I end up from 170 to almost 500 after 6 years? And by the time they got there, I'm like, yo, this is insane. I do a little shop, and actually, the first couple of times they try to raise me up, I threaten to leave, and then all of a sudden they go from 300. Yeah, we can give you 10. Like, oh, you can give me 210, but you better charge me off of auto renewal 350. But now you can give me 210 because I
Yeah,
threatened to leave. Where the other $140 go? $140.
right.
That's not chump change. You know what I'm saying? That's some groceries right there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You get $140 off enough people who just let the auto renewal go and just don't switch it. You get 100,000 people off $100. You making
yeah,
well over $1 million, and just people who just not switching out their car insurance or threatening to leave, and you can give them a little discount or a
right.
hefty discount, cut that discount in half almost, or that price in half. Like, how you go from 350 to 210? I go back and then they start working me back up. So I leave. I'm like, I'm done. I ain't doing it. Let me get USAA or something. And then, okay. They about to charge me about 500. They giving me less than half. 225 over here. Bet. I rock with that. But I didn't go to auto pay. I didn't do I've been auto pay for like over 7 years. So I forgot. So guess what happens? I lost my
You
car
lapsed.
insurance. I
Yeah.
lapsed. Well, I don't know if I lapsed because I look at the time frame, but I know I lost my car insurance. It was gone.
Okay.
So now I have to do my vehicle registration. I'm doing my vehicle registration, and I forgot. You gotta have car insurance to register your vehicle. I'm like, what kind of game are we playing? One, with all these insurances, like the insurance scam that we got
Yeah.
to deal with in life. It's a big scam. How much money do we pay in health insurance? And health insurance is one thing. I understand health insurance, but like the home insurance and auto insurance, not the insurance itself, but the amount of money that they make us pay and how they make it mandatory for you to do certain things in life. So if I decide not to have insurance and I screw up, you got to put me in jail if I mess somebody up and I can't pay their what you call it, fine. I'll take that chance, but that should be up to me to make that decision. So the fact that I had to go shop for new insurance because I messed it up just to renew my vehicle, like I feel like insurance is a scam in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I think so, man. There's a thing, and I haven't researched it heavily, so I'm stepping out here by co-signing it, by even speaking on it. But there's a concept where people are dropping health insurance and they're going out paying out of pocket for whenever they have these expenses. And it's said that you can actually talk to whoever you're getting your procedures with, tell them you want to pay out of pocket, and the rate
Yeah.
you get, chef's kiss, the
Yeah.
rates. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you would go and pay with your insurance and something would cost you $2,000-$3,000, you can go pay out of pocket for $400 for the same
That's
stuff.
crazy.
So
Because the thing is, like, because the health facilities or the medical treatment facilities, they're gonna charge the insurance
bingo,
a premium. So I can
bingo.
go charge them $2,000 and get more money from them, but I don't really need that. That's not how much it
Yeah.
actually costs for this procedure or for this health care. But
Yeah.
I can go tax them $2,000 because they got it. They got the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. So
Max
you
it
can
out.
have actual procedures for just a couple $100, $200, $300, $400, you know what I'm saying, at tops. Not even 1,000, but the work can be done for cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you think you're gonna go out and spend thousands of dollars because that's what they charge when you get the health insurance. No,
But it really ain't
the
even that.
actual doctors are hustling the health insurance companies, but the health insurance companies are hustling us.
So
and that's the
they're
issue.
getting hustled. So in turn, they're hustling us so they can back in turn pay the healthcare facilities.
Yes,
That's crazy.
But the average one of us use our health insurance so little that
Yeah.
it's all profit for them anyway.
Yes, it's all profit, which is why they can cut these rates so much if they wanted to. If they wanted to. Healthcare doesn't have to be that expensive because they can cut it if they wanted to. If you think about every American who has to pay some kind of health insurance, some kind of auto insurance, some kind of home insurance, and how much money these insurance companies probably are pocketing and profiting off of us, and not even tapping into half of what we pay. How much of your insurance have you been paying, and how much have you been using? Very, very little. Very, very little.
And
I
think
think the only
about it.
time I got paid out from a auto insurance was maybe 20 plus years ago, and I got like $1,500. I paid way more than $1,500 over the last 20 years.
That's what
Way
I'm
more.
saying. That's what
Way
I'm
more.
saying.
I got a couple toes, maybe two toes within the last 20 years. That's all I got. Yeah,
How much
I
would
got
that
I
have
got
cost
car
out the
insurance.
pocket though?
Yeah, 200, maybe for a toe.
Yeah. So if I hadn't been paying all this money to the health insurance, it'd cost me $200 over the course of years for what I needed done. If I go get an annual physical and that's all I do every year, how much would it really cost? They don't have to pull no devices out. They don't have to test me. They just, check my pulse, my heart rate. They check my heart rate, check my weight, check my height, my vital. You know what I'm saying? Just my basic vitals and stuff. Put the stethoscope up here and listen to how I'm breathing.
Yeah.
And then I'm done. How much does that cost if you don't have to draw blood and get it tested?
Absolutely,
You don't have to do no
nothing.
x-rays and ultrasounds.
Somebody's hourly wage, which it didn't even take them an hour to do.
It did. I'm there for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much did it cost y'all? So if I paid $80 out of pocket for that and didn't pay for health insurance, that would come out cheaper for me just to go, hey, I'm healthy. All I do is do my physical every year. You go $80 for my physical. You know what I'm saying? Or $60 or whatever. Boom. 30 an hour for the nurse and then 30 for the house. You know what I'm saying? They go your 60.
They win. That's all it should be. That's all it should be. That's it.
But how much are they getting from the health insurance company?
Ooh, they taxing them. Because
for that same experience. I paid the 35 in copay or whatever your copay is, 25, 35, 40, 50, whatever it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they make $800 off the health insurance for that same visit.
Yeah. They making 500% off for whatever patient. For every patient, they probably make 500% profit. Probably 500% profit from the insurance companies. And the insurance companies, like you mentioned, they got the money because they're making way more than 500% profit. They're probably making 1,000% profit. Honestly, because if you just think about how much you use your insurance versus how much you pay to your insurance, how much of that do they actually have to spend?
Yeah, go check your check once every time it come out. See how many hundreds come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like towards health insurance.
And if you want to go to the doctor once a year. Now, granted, it's clutch. It's clutch when it's there when you need it and you need a big payout. It's clutch then. But even in the grand scheme of it, over the course of decades, that one time you've paid for it so many times over. So many times, man. Patrina said my car insurance company tried me once talking about I didn't pay them and tried sending me a double bill. They saw that I did pay them. Scamming. Like, nah, y'all didn't pay me double real quick. And you know how many people they probably get like that who just take it for face value? I double charge.
Scare tactics. Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah. Let me do it so nothing bad happens. It don't take but a couple of people to fall for that trick, and then boom, you super pay.
If you can get double pay off just 100 people, you get $200 extra on 100 people. How many hundreds is that?
That's what I'm saying.
It's about what, 20,000?
Not to shift gears too much, but it takes me into the fast food world because everybody's scamming you. They charge everybody an extra $1 by upgrading all of them without their permission. Throughout the course of a day, how much extra money did you just bring that restaurant?
So much. Just
easily extra $1,000 you probably made the restaurant just from charging upsizing people without their permission.
1,000 customers, you charge them an extra $1. That's $1,000 you done made in excess. And they charge for everything. Condiments. You tell them you don't want no ice, they're going to charge you for not giving you ice. How you going to charge me more for not giving me something? Right. The ice don't cost no money. How much does ice got to cost something?
I don't know. It's like, man, you go there and a cheeseburger meal is more expensive than a hamburger meal. And it's like, what? Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would this be more expensive? It's less product on it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't make sense. And especially me being vegetarian, I'll tell them, all right, can you give me this, but take the meat off? And that's a $10 sandwich or whatever it is. I say, take the meat off. You think they charge me less money for the sandwich?
No, you got a $10 sandwich.
$10. Still charge me the exact same for me to tell them to take the meat off. And then forbid I ask for double the vegetable or double tomato or something to make it more beefy. Like if I get an egg sandwich or something with
Yeah,
bacon, egg, and cheese, I tell them, hey, give me double egg. They're gonna charge me $1 for the egg.
for the
Take the
extra
meat off.
egg.
Like, but I'm saving you off the bacon and the sausage. You can't throw an egg in there for extra. I
Even
mean,
swap.
for even swap. Nope, nope. Scam. Everything in life is a
Scam.
scam. This is all we live in a scam-tastic world. We're getting scammed every day. Every day we wake up, we're getting scammed. Go to the gas pump, scam.
Scam.
Go to the go to the gas, go get you some gas, and then go to the convenience store, scam. Scam. Everything's a scam, bro.
Yeah, man. We all getting hustled, man. Everybody's trying to get $1 off of us, man. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's
But then
sad.
forbid we try to get $1 too. We try to get $1. They lock us up trying to get an extra $1.
Yeah. Well, that one girl who went to jail, didn't she got in trouble for selling cookies or something like that. She took her money. She got some money from the government and took it and started baking items and stuff. You remember we talked about it a while back, man.
Okay. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, she got in trouble for it. It's like, God knows, man. You can't do nothing to come up. But you gonna run me my money though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired of everybody in my pocket, man, for everything. That's the truth of the matter.
Everything. Water comes out the sky. Come on, man. Water's in the
let
ocean.
you try to. Ain't it illegal to collect rainwater? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's a fine. They find out you collecting rainwater. I mean, I can't collect something that's coming out the sky.
Right.
God made the rain. I can't have that.
That was for all of us. That was the answer. And God looking down like, man, why y'all paying for bottled water, man? I'm about to send you some tomorrow. Just sit a tub outside and get it. Like, nope. You're gonna have to pay for that. And I always come back to the rain, to the water car, because that is very telling that they had a water car in the 90s.
Water car. And say nope.
Hell no, he gotta die. We ain't putting that technology out. We got big money in gas. And that was when gas was under $1. Yeah. So imagine how they feel today now that it's $4, $5, $6.
And the only reason why they let electricity fly because they can get away with charging extra for that electricity.
You can charge for that. Yeah.
But
it won't be no solar cars out here. You can believe that. Like,
come on now. I can't get energy from the sun. The sun free. Everybody got that.
Hell no. We let y'all do it with your little tax cuts on your house, but that's it. You know what I'm saying?
As far as we going. As far as we going, that's it. Get your little power bank, maybe. Get you some energy that way. That's about it. Can't not in the automobile industry. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, man.
A scam, man. Everything is a scam in this world. Everybody hustling off of us. And we just trying to live. Like, why does it have to cost so much just for my existence? Why does everybody got, like you mentioned, everybody's in your pocket for something? It just keeps you in this hamster wheel of constantly working and struggling and worrying. Why do I gotta worry to live? Why I gotta worry to live? Why? Bro, I just want to close my eyes and wake my eyes and open my eyes the next day when the sun come up. I can't just live. I can't just live.
You can't just live, man. And my niece is always wanting something. All I hear is Auntie Trina, I want this, I want that. And you gotta give for them. But this is the thing. They always marketing to your nieces. They always gonna be something they want because it's always gonna be something in their face trying to convince them to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like the algorithm is just constantly selling stuff to us all, man. Like,
yeah.
But I was gonna say, this is what the more I think on this subject is, I get more and more pissed off, and that's why I say this is my last battle. I'm willing to fight. I'm waiting on the rest of the citizens to come around to it. So I'm gonna make sure I put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there every couple episodes. You know what I'm saying? Is when y'all ready to fight this whole tax thing, where people say you can only tax my income or you can only charge me retail tax. When we're ready to fight that fight, that's my last fight I got in me because I got a lot picked up. I'm ready to fight that one.
I'm ready to fight that one too. Because why do I got to get taxed on everything? Everything I do. Money
My
coming in,
income and my
money
retail.
money going out.
When I buy
You
it,
get
when
taxed
I
for both
get
ends.
paid for it, I'm gonna get taxed, and the person that paid me gonna get taxed for paying me, and then I got to get taxed when I go spend the money on everything,
Yeah.
gas, water, anything,
Well, I'm
electricity,
giving,
energy.
I'm making money. I'm generating money, and I'm giving that money back into the environment, to the community, into the economy, and I got to get taxed for that. I got
Yeah,
to get
so you
taxed
get
for that. You
taxed twice.
actually, you should be paying me to get the money back into the economy because I could just hold on to this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Good.
so it's like if I spend, the more I spend, there should be incentives to spend.
Yeah,
Stores and other entities should give you an incentive to spend at their establishment, whatever it is, because we want your business. We want you to come spend your money here, not make me
yeah.
spend more money to come spend my money there. And then the prices of things go up. Like, what's? But the thing is, nothing's going to change because we just have to keep living the same way. And then the lazier we get, the easier it is to make the money off of us because we ain't going to do it ourselves. We ain't going to do it
Convenience
ourselves.
fees. If you look at your phone bill, it's about 3 or 4 taxes on that. You look at your power bill, it's like 3 or 4 taxes on that. I got a friend that got a gas stove that he doesn't use. That's the only thing gas in his house.
Still get
And he
charged
paid
gas.
$40 a month on it in taxes, but the usage consumption shows 0 on the bill. But he still got to pay 40 in taxes. What are you taxing me for? This thing has never been turned on since it's been in my house. I have an actual eye that I use, an electric eye, and you're charging me for this. And it's just like, that's the game, though. They're gonna get their money from you, and all these taxes that you can't even explain. Why am I paying them? Like, what does this go towards? How does this benefit anything? Then you take that tax money and go spend it on stuff and tell me to pull myself up by my bootstraps.
I ain't got no more bootstraps. You tax me for them.
You tax me for my bootstraps also. I tried to invest. You told me go invest my money and do something smart. As soon as I withdraw it, you tax me on it.
Tax me on that too.
Yeah, I invest and buy real estate. You charge me capital gains taxes when I try to make my profit off of it. We got to share that. My house, I don't own it. You know what I'm saying? Because you technically can steal that from me because I don't own the land it's owned. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to pay you taxes on that, or you'll take the house from me. You don't own nothing in this country.
I guarantee God ain't intended for us to live this way. This ain't the way it was intended for us to live. It can't be. It can't be.
Them white men that came and stole the land from the Native Americans didn't intend it to be this way. This is all new. This is from the 1920s when they started this crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, taxes existed, but it was something they only implemented temporarily for moments, and then they pulled back on it. You know what I'm saying? And then the taxes would only be on like certain items that were permanent taxes. So you want these particular items, tax on that. Nothing else. It wasn't this permanent thing on everything where everything gets taxed.
Yeah. They were taxing tea and tobacco, but that was about it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And like now it's since since the Depression, somewhere in the 20s, I believe, during the Depression and the First World War.
Somebody looked at it like, hey, we got to find a way to generate revenue for the nation, for the country, for these different businesses. That whole tax thing. You know what? Let's exploit it. Let's go a little heavy with it. Oh, they making money? We're gonna pay them. Guess what? For you to have your business and for you to pay your employees, we need to tax that. I need a little bit of that. Just to give you the opportunity and the ability to run a business. You have to pay me for everything that you pay out. What kind of sense does that make?
Boom. And it got everybody. It got everybody. But then the women, hey man, we need women to start working. There's more tax money we missing out on. Black people, y'all need to, y'all trying to do y'all thing on the side over there. You sure you don't want to come over? You know what I'm saying? Like get everybody involved. We need all y'all tax money. Boom. Eating off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just an infinite tax loop. Nobody's gonna fix it. Everybody's satisfied with it. That's the game.
I don't know how. It should only be the higher ups that are satisfied with it. At some point, we as people, we got to get sick enough of things. We got to get sick enough of it. At one point are we going to get sick enough of gas prices? At what point are we going to get sick? Like, just the fact that somebody can fill up their gas tank this year for $160 something when just maybe a year and a half ago, or if you go back to when we first started driving, that same gas tank cost you $20 to fill up.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? We ain't gonna change. We're gonna keep driving. We're gonna keep going to the gas pump. We still gonna keep filling up our gas tanks, and we just gonna get mad when we look at the gas pump, and then we're gonna drive off and do nothing about it.
And you know the ironic thing, we could fix all this in a week. We won't do it though. We could fix everything. We could fix every industry in a week if we just all literally came together. Like, hey, this week is this, next week is that. So don't buy no gas for the next 3 days and see how quickly prices start running back to the twos. You know, there was a point in the pandemic I got gas for like $1.50. I'm like, oh, you can get that low? Yeah, they could have done it the whole time. They just chose not to.
Exactly. Same with my car insurance. Because if you charge me $500, but you could have gave me $200.
You could have. You just chose not to. I know we're capitalists here in this country. So supply and demand, you need it. I'm gonna charge you more because you need it. If you don't need it, I'm gonna give you a discount as an incentive to need it or want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we could fix it. If everybody stop paying taxes for a week and stop buying gas for a week and stop buying groceries for a week or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll fix all the prices.
They'll drop the prices again to draw you back in. Once you become a consumer again, then you're gonna start creeping them prices back up, just like how I said the insurance was. Okay, yeah, we can give you a break. We can get it to you for half. It's fine. But I know that 6 months later I'm gonna charge you $50 more. And 6 months later I'm gonna charge you another $50 more. Cause I got you back in. I got you back on the hamster wheel.
Yeah. Like, don't buy eggs for a week. Everybody was mad at the cost of eggs. Don't buy them. Watch what happens. We'll get it right on back down in $4 range. You know what I'm saying? If you stop buying them. Jordans, you can go buy some Jordans for $100 to $150 now. They used to be $200-$300. People ain't wearing them like they used to. Price come trickling on down. You know what I'm saying? Like to a nice affordable range.
Can buy these. And then once it go up, when people start buying them again, they're gonna start going back up again. It's back in demand. Guess what? So we can charge more for it. I swear it, man. Grinds my gears. Gripes.
All them ugly behind New Balances out here, almost $200 for them. Same shoes, nobody was buying them in the early 2000s. Them same shoes was $80, man.
Was it no $60? $80, 60. $80, $50, whatever.
Yeah, but
when no triple digits, I'll tell you that much for sure.
They won't. But see, this is the thing about it though. It crosses into greed. I respect supply and demand, but if your demand is low and supply is high, you charge more. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry, if your supply is low and the demand is high, you charge more. But if you got a lot of supply and the demand is high, keep the price where it's at and just keep selling it. We'll keep buying it.
Because you know you're gonna make that money. You know you're gonna make that money. If I got 100 people trying to buy something, I don't need to charge more than if I got 50 people buying. I don't need to charge twice as much. It makes more sense to charge twice as much if I don't have that many people buying it because I got to make up the revenue. What's gonna make me at least even out or get into profit? Yeah. What is the amount of what is the number that I need? But then once I got more, why am I gonna charge more when my profit margin is only right down here? I broke profit already. Why am I gonna keep charging more? Why do I ramp the prices up? I need to go that much more into profit. And you know what? To bring things full circle, that's kind of how I got into trouble when it came to investing. You see that green, you want to keep seeing it go, keep going. I know I should sell right now. I know I probably should secure these profits and pull this money. But you know what? Nah, I need to see a bigger candle. I need to make a little bit more money. I need to see another zero. Nah, I need more. We always get there.
That's it.
Greed.
Hey man, and that's the problem though. That's the problem, man. We all fall victim to that same more mentality, man. And we all just burning ourselves, man. Katrina said she put in 30 in the tank last week. She ain't want to, but she knew she had, but she did.
And the 30 probably ain't even do nothing to it.
Today, no, it probably didn't. You know, back in the day, 30 would have been, you'd have been having flooding out the side of your gas tank for 30 in early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah. I remember when gas was 99 cents a gallon when I first started driving.
Yeah, it already crossed into $1 by the time I started driving, but it was like $1.05 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember.
You can still get a full tank and a snack at that point. Put 16 on
Man,
pump 5, get a full
you know
tank.
how many people convinced me to drive them all over the place for $5 back in the day? Because I knew I was
Yeah,
still gonna have gas left over in the tank after I got them where they
yeah.
was going and back home.
$5 was a sweet deal. Oh, you gonna give me
Yeah,
$5? Hey, come on, bring that five. You offer $5 now? Now you good.
you good. Hey, and
Don't
that
even
let
worry
you know
about
the gas was burning long, lasting longer. Also, the gas was burning
it.
different because
You
I
want to
could
see what the
drive you
gas
all
burn a
over the
whole lot
place.
faster?
Cause think
The
about
gas
it,
burns
that's
now.
5 gallons, right? $5,
Yeah,
5 gallons. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 gallons would you could get people around and still have
yeah,
3, 4 gallons left over afterwards. Like now,
yeah.
5 gallons you can't go nowhere.
In and
I
out,
ride around my
in and out.
neighborhood and burn a gallon. Like so,
Terrible gas product. Like the gas does not last as long as it used to. I swear it don't. I swear it don't.
no.
Anyhow, I don't know, man. I got so much more to rant about, and maybe we can save the rants for another day because I got rants for days. I didn't even touch on half of the things I wanted to rant about today. To be honest with you, I didn't touch on half, not even close to half. But anyway, we gotta get to these reviews though. I want to rant about these. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and go first. I'm gonna talk about this Alec Bradley real quick. I want to give it a little shout out. I want to say Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley. I want to figure out who's behind this one. I'm gonna research a little bit more. Is it the Suns? Did the Suns actually do
Mhm.
this, or did they pass it on to somebody and say, here's our baby. Do something with this. Do something with this. Don't let my pop's legacy die because we killing it. That's what it felt like to me. And I feel like they did something. I feel like they did something with this 30-year anniversary stick because it is really good. From the aroma test, just sniffing the cigar before the light, the dry puff before the light, and then once I lit it, it was nice from beginning to end, or to where I'm at now. Going to that middle of the second third, about to hit that final third actually. Burn pretty
Mhm.
quick. Did burn pretty quick. Maybe I was just puffing. Maybe it was just that good of a cigar. I just kept puffing, puffing, and puffing. Um, so a really good cigar. I like every aroma that I had that I've gotten off of each stage of this cigar experience. That is its shining gem when it comes to this cigar is the aromas. The aromas are refreshing. It's light. It's airy. It makes you feel like you're in a bit of paradise. Honestly, that's the kind of like that. That's the kind of misting, refreshing type of aroma that I got with this particular cigar. As far as tasting notes, I did look at some of the liner notes and say what the taste. See what they said about the tasting notes. It says some spice off the top. Got no spice off the top. Easy ride from beginning to end. If you're looking for spice, don't let the description fool you. I didn't get any spice pretty much at all. I did get some cedar. I did get some a floral type of fruity type of tasting along with the aroma. Got some good earth, normal tobacco flavors, a little fruit raisin nut type of flavor as well, oak and like fruit nut. That was pretty good overall. Nice mixture of flavors. It was a fun flavored cigar, honestly. Not like a flavored wrapper or whatever, but it's like as far as like your tasting notes on your palate. That's where I kind of got nice, light, airy feeling with some good creamy smoke too at the same time. So really good cigar to smoke. Really good cigar to smoke. I really enjoyed it. I can see myself picking this one up, smoking it again, giving it another go, chilling out on my porch, and enjoying this Alec Bradley. It's not something I'm going to write off. A little bit of leather and some oiliness too on the wrapper, which is really good. So to give the cigar a rating out of 5, I'm gonna give it a solid 4.2. I really like this one. I really like it.
Cool, man. All right. Well, for me, with this Arturo Fuente Grand Reserva, uh, what is it called again? The Florfina 858.
Mhm.
All right, so let me give this review. Let me say this. I'll say I started off also how you described yours as like a kind of light, creamy cigar. This falls
Mhm.
into that same realm, light to maybe medium at its most, but a very creamy cigar. It's got It has the drum was good, but I worry about the construction because it kept going out a little bit. So and my burn wasn't always even at points. It looks kind of good now, but it makes me wonder about the construction just a little bit. But aside from that, that's one of my only gripes that I actually had about it is the fact that it kept going out. And who knows, maybe that's me. But I'll say as far as my tasting notes go, there is some toastiness to this particular cigar. Very subtle spice that I picked up on at certain points in it. Cedar notes, a subtle sweetness to it. And as you mentioned the green tea thing, I feel like maybe that was there. Now, maybe you planted that in my head, maybe not. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like maybe green tea could be something that I am picking up on in this. And this is weird. This is going to be weird to say. But after the fact, like my palate, I don't know what hay would taste like, but if you just know what it smells like, I feel like it's on the palate after smoking this. So there's definitely some strawy, grassy, earthy
wheatgrass.
I don't. Maybe wheatgrass is it, but I don't know how the wheatgrass is to describe it. But it could be that. But it's definitely something outdoorsy about this that's left on my palate aside from that. But I didn't necessarily pick it up when smoking, but it's just like probably need to go brush my tongue after this, man. It feels like I ate something outdoors, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say that took away from the cigar because it actually was a pleasurable experience as much as I wanted to gripe and complain about this cigar. I wanted this cigar to be my final gripe, and it's not. And maybe now that I know it's the 858 in honor of the old man, maybe there's a soft spot in me that's like, I don't want to take a dump on this cigar. Yeah. But there's a part of me that feels like last week I was too harsh on the cigar, and I don't want to be too harsh this week. So I want to make things right. Last week I gave a 4.3, and last week's cigar was actually a very good cigar, and it's better than this week's cigar. But I do think this cigar is a 4.3. So I'm going to go with a 4.3 for this one. And last week should have been higher, man. Maybe a 4.4, 4.5. You know what I'm saying? It should have been more in that area. But so I say that today to make that right from last week. And I also say that to say this cigar gets the same score as that one, but it's not as good as the previous one was either. So
okay. And last week was the My Father's?
The My Father's. Yeah. Okay. What was it called? I'm gonna tell you right now because I know where to find it. Hold on, it is the La Leotad. The La Leotad. There we go. Yeah. So that's where I stand at with it, man. 4.3. Okay. 4.3. Okay. Shout out to Arturo Fuente and Carlos for the work he did for Pops.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, a lot of legacy carrying individuals trying to hold on, trying to hold the mantle, trying to keep the flame going. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that old thing, the main like that. Keep the old thing going, man. Keep the old thing alive. You know what I'm saying? Do it for the old folk. Do it for the old man, for the unks, for those who are passing the torch. Keep that. It's something to be said about the way things were done in the. You know what I'm saying? Let's honor the legacies, man.
Keep the quality up, man. We ain't got to get rid of everything from the past, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's funny. I talked to my mom today. We're gonna close out, but I talked to my mom today, and she was saying something about her. She kind of want to get a house phone back, and I'm like, you should. Why did we get rid of them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it seemed pointless, and it probably was the money, the fact that they were charging so much for that at one point, and then to balance both of them was unnecessary to do.
Go. Yeah. One was more than the other, so why have
why not have one? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really, realistically, it's got its benefits. Everything from the past ain't bad. If you got little kids, have a house phone there for them to have somebody to call. If your phone is dead or not charged, or if it can't make a connection,
or the signals go out.
Signals go out.
The Verizon towers went out like a few months ago. Couldn't do nothing on my phone. Yeah, couldn't do nothing on my phone. We can't just rely on the towers. Landlines are good. Keep a landline.
They got their place. Everything from the past don't gotta be eliminated. Everybody going back to record players now. Like, they got their place. Good sound. It sounds good. Like, at the end of the day.
Katrina said her mom still has a house phone. My parents still got their house phone too.
Yeah. Why not?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't
Like,
answer their
there's a
cell
bunch of
phones.
stuff
I
we
call it
got
house
away
phone.
from. They should stay around, like, you know, but people ain't gonna listen. They're gonna move on and call everything antiquated and outdated, and so be it. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
but hold on to a
Especially
little bit of. Let's find a balance between moving on
Yeah.
and holding on.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, man. But anyway, that's our episode. Got more rants for you. If you want to know, I'm gonna keep them coming too.
There you
I ain't
go.
letting up. I ain't letting up. I ain't letting up. Anyway,
All right, man. We out.
cigars up, man.
Yeah.